man, I'm exhausted. I'm so worn out. That was so fun. Like, I cannot express to you how fun that was. I told you that I might miss my live stream tomorrow because we got this fathers and sons camp out. So I did the puzzles super super fast, and then just recapped them with you yesterday, and then like right after that we had to go and rendezvous with everybody else that was going with us, and then we drove about an hour and 15 minutes away from where I live, and it's I'm worn out. We did so many fun things. Oh, it was a cool like bonding moment for lots of just the young men all together that were together. These kind of young teenagers that were together, and the dads. We're all sitting there, chatting and have a good time, and all these fun activities. You name it, we did it, man. From golly, we had an impromptu jazz jam session at about almost midnight. It was about 11:30 at night. One of the dads brought his tenor sax, and then his son brought his trumpet, and then a kid that was kind of playing the jazz, phenomenal jazz pianist. Oh my gosh. And then I didn't have a drum set, of course. I didn't think, oh yeah, we need a drum set for this. No, they they had a little acoustic guitar under the piano, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna MacGyver this. So I picked up this guitar, this acoustic guitar, flipped it over, and I started playing it like bongos. And there's kind of a sweet spot on the back of a guitar for a low sound and a high sound. And I started playing this guitar like a pair of bongos, and it actually sounded really good. So we were playing. The pianist, he was also playing kind of backing tracks. And so we all just kind of stayed with the pace of the backing track, but we, everyone takes solos and stuff. We were playing like a real actual jazz jam session. It was so fun. It was so fun. Even I took a couple of solos too. It was great. But that was only one piece of it. Otherwise, we were playing in the pool. There was an indoor pool at this venue that we went to. There was a hot tub. And kids were daring themselves to jump from the hot tub to the pool, and then the pool to the hot tub, back and forth, and a sauna and a steam room, and oh my gosh, we got absolutely pampered. It was really fun. A pool table. I was running the table. I should have put money on it because the kids were like, oh, I can skunk you, I can take you. And I won every game but one, and it's because I scratched on the 8-ball. That is the only time I lost. Otherwise, I won every single time. And they also had little ponds that we could ice fish on, and plenty of lines and stuff. Like it was basically set up. They they know you're not bringing things to this. We have it all provided, and they had it all ready to go. So we did some ice fishing. I can sadly report that I did not catch anything. Another friend of ours caught probably 20 fish. Catch and release, you put them back. But I was very surprised how many fish this other friend caught. But the title of the video today you saw was that I rode a mile with the parking brake on. All right, now you have to understand, I don't know big machines. I don't, that's not my thing. I don't have that experience. I feel like if I maybe came from a more affluent background, or if I had siblings that I was like interacting with all day, every day, I have a half brother. I love him. But he lives states apart, and he and I just we didn't grow up in the same household, right? So like I basically did. I grew up an only child. And so I feel like some of those things that maybe for some people are just like, oh yeah, duh, I don't know. I didn't pick up on. And so as a result, I was like, oh, man, it's all set up for you. They've got fishing rods, go fishing. You want to go swim, go swim. Do whatever you want. And they have all sorts of like toys, machines, right? They have 4x4s. They had snowmobiles, but sadly, there's not much snowing to take place right now. And so there were these 4-wheelers, and I was like, oh, I need to take one of these. So I went with my son. And we got the helmets. You have to be real smart about it. You have to wear the helmets and whatnot. And so he and I got onto one of these 2-person, 4-wheelers. And I sat down. I was like, how do you turn this thing on? And one of the other dads was like, oh yeah, you just flip this switch and then hit the ignition, turn the key, put it in high gear, and then go, right? And so I hit go, there's like a squeeze thumb trigger, and it went like this, right? And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's how it drives. So I just very slowly kind of eased onto it, and we went. And I was like, this is really jerky. Every time I'd let go, it'd like lurch forward. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I don't need to use the brakes or anything. And so we go up this hill, and we actually made it a considerable distance. There was a couple of neat trails that you could explore up and down some of the hills and whatnot. And we made it to kind of a top clearing, and the thing was really like squealing at me. And I was like, this is so weird. Why is it just squealing at me like this? And so we made it back to the bottom, and like there's a whole big group of people. We were about to do some the whole group activity. We're going to do some avalanche training even. It was going to be fun with beacons and stuff. And it was fun. We did it when we parked. But by the time we parked, people could hear how like squealy this thing was. And one of the other dads was like, is the parking brake on? And I was like, you got to be kidding. This thing has a parking brake? And then we parked it, and it's like smoking, right? It's like the brakes were just smoking because all 4 wheels have a parking brake attached to them. And apparently I'd been just grinding the gears, and I felt bad. The guy that kind of, allowed us to be there and whatnot, I was like, oh, I am so sorry. I had no idea that was a thing. Nobody told me. And he was like, oh, that's totally fine. He played it off, He was like, my dad or my brother did that with a snowmobile one time. And I was like, oh, okay. he's not going to make me like repair the thing, I'm just like, oh, I'm so embarrassed because I didn't know better. We did go about a full mile, and the parking brake was on the whole time. Uphill, downhill. Right, the downhill part, there were some steep things, and I put it into the low gear, and then for the jetting parts, I put it into high gear again. It's fun. It's really fun. That was I think the second time that I've been on a 4-wheeler. Not the last time, but the next time I get on, I'm gonna remember to turn off that stupid parking brake. Apparently, one of the other guys, one of the dads, he said, "Oh yeah, if you had just squeezed the brakes." Right, it's like a bicycle brake. When you squeeze the brake, it turns off that parking brake. And I was like, oh well, I never used it because every time I went, it would just lurch forward when I let go. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just leave it, So I never used the brake. Had I used the brake even just once, it would have killed the parking brake. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's funny. Anyway, I felt a little sheepish the whole rest of the time because I was like, oh, I'm like damaging your equipment. But he was totally fine with it. He played it off. He was like, no. People have goofed up our stuff worse. So I'm like, okay, well, thanks for being real friendly about it. It was like smoking. The brakes were smoking for a while because I ran the brakes the whole time. Let's see. So in the connections today, I see robe, cone, crown, halter, pea, scoop, boat, cup, globe, gloves, crew, mouthguard, title, shorts, leopard, and award. Okay. I feel like if you're boxing, you're going to wear a mouth guard, gloves, and shorts. And maybe a robe, right? They come in wearing a robe and then they throw it off and they're ready to box. I bet you it's the robe. Hot dog. Yes, it is. Gear for a boxer. Awesome. When you get ice cream, you might get it in a cup. You might get it in a cone. You get a scoop of ice cream. That's all I see, though. Oh, I guess a boat. You can get like a banana split, and it comes in a boat. It's not even close. Okay, shoot. Okay, I'm up in the night about that one. Speaking of up in the night, we did play pool and swam and did all sorts of crazy things until probably midnight, and then there were enough rooms that like everyone had lots of space and stuff, but the kids all wanted to kind of bunk together. And there were two major bunking rooms that kids could pick from. There was kind of a noisy room and a peaceful room, and a lot of the kids in the noisy room didn't end up going to sleep, I think, until like 2 or 2:30 in the morning last night, or this morning, I should say. But lucky for my son, he did the smart thing, and he went to bed at a reasonable time after our madness. He did not stay up and talk. He stayed in the other kind of quieter room, and he zonked out just like I did. And in fact, today when I'm done, I'm going to zonk out. I might take a nap before I do anything else today because I am just bushed. All right. Pea soup, pea green, soup, scoop, pooper scooper, scoop neck. Oh, there are a couple necks here. Scoop neck, crew neck, halter top, halter neck, boat neck, cup, crown. I'm going to bookmark that one mentally because I know that it's probably maybe crown or something. I don't want to waste the guess though. Crown, title, award, and what? Crown, award. Oh, a cup. A cup, like a trophy cup. Championship. Copa do Mundo. There you go. Boat, leopard, I don't know what we're headed for here. Globe, Golden Globes, globe is a circular thing. P is a circular thing, but like a 3D circular thing. Crew, like a crew neck. Leopard, crew. I don't know. Scoop. I thought I was onto something there with the cup, the scoop, the cone. And a boat, like a banana boat. Halter. Was crop one of them? No, because a halter is like a horse thing. Leopard skin. Leopard print. Leopard. Boat, lifeboat, ski boat, pea soup, pea green, the green things, green globe. I don't know, man. I'm out of ideas. Let me shuffle these. Scoop. Scoop neck. Crew neck. Halter. I really do feel like those go together. Did I try them? Were they one away? Or were they not even close? I feel like I tried... No, I was like, oh, I know I'm going to be one away, so I'm not going to guess this one. Boat neck, is that a thing? Leopard neck, probably not. Pea neck, probably not. Globe neck, I doubt it. Cone neck, I don't think so. Boat? Necklines. Okay, I'm going to have to look that up. What is a boat neckline? Huh. I'm going to have to look that one up. Leopard, cone, globe, and pea. What do these have to do with each other? Snow. Oh, snow peas. Oh, I love snow peas. I love snow peas. Snow cone, snow globe, snow leopard, and snow pea. Oh, that's cute. Okay, we did actually have like fresh cut green beans last night. So, I mean, you know, it's like a man's kind of thing. We're doing man activities, you know, with all of these younger men. And older men together, right? And so I just made the joke, you know, we were making dinner and we made like manly meat dinner, right? We had like potatoes and steak, you know, tri-tip and carne asada and stuff. But then we also had green beans, fresh cut green beans. And I made the joke, you know, when dinner was served and, you know, kids are coming around with their plates, we served the kids first. And I said, okay, now your moms are really going to appreciate it if you get the veggies. We got to make sure you guys eat your veggies. And so one of the dads stationed himself, he took it seriously, stationed himself at the green beans, giving dollops of green beans to each of the boys. Now, did they eat them or not? I don't know. But we were like committing them to eating the green beans and salad too. Oh, really, really good Caesar salad. So good. And a beautiful cut of tri-tip, and there was enough for everybody, and there was left over. And I said, oh, we should save this to make, you know, steak and eggs in the morning with what's left over. It was so good. It was so good. All right, gear for a boxer: gloves, mouth guard, robe, and shorts. Championship. Speaking of boxers, right? The boxer might win the award. The crown. What's a crown for? Maybe like a horse race. The Triple Crown. The cup. What would cup be for? Like soccer, the World Cup. Scoop. No, where are we at? Title. Yeah, the boxing title. And then kinds of necklines. We've got your boat neck. Oh, I was going to look that up. Okay, what is a boat neck? Boat neckline. Just, it's like a high cut. Like a very, very high cut. That's a boat neckline. I've never heard of that before. Okay, well now we know. Now we know. Huh. You lost in connections, Tyson? You got yellow, green, chasing the one away, couldn't get it. Darn. Then you had one left. You had Leonard. Who are Leonard, Cole, Walter, and Drew? I don't know who those people are. Anyway, honestly, we didn't do bad. You know, boat, crew, halter, scoop were the necklines, and then snow. Very clever. Snow cone, snow globe, snow leopard, and snow pea. I actually love snow peas. They're delicious. Very, very good. Okay, well, today's mini, just by the look of it, today's mini is not so mini. Not so many today. We're looking at a fairly decent size of puzzle. So let's hit play and we'll give it a shot. Snow day vehicle. How about a plow? Snow plow, right? Steam room. There was a steam room. How about a sauna? There was a steam room and a sauna at this luxury accommodation we were at. The show on which John Hamm had his breakout role. Baby Driver. But that doesn't fit there, so I don't know. John Hamm was in a TV show as well, but before that, he was in Baby Driver. He was fantastic. Subject of negotiations with a 3-year-old. Oh boy, subject of maybe like nap time. I'm an old man now. I can't wait for nap time. Respected veteran in slang. Like an old timer. Unk. I don't know. Gain back as trust. To gain back. To I don't know. Spooky. Scary, maybe? We might change that. Noodle dish garnished with lime wedges and crushed peanuts. That is... Whoops. Pad. Okay, so whatever this is, it is not correct because pad thai goes right there. Singing candlestick. That is Lumiere. I think I spelled that right. Lumiere. Blank band. One-man band. I'm kind of a one-man band. Go look at my YouTube channel. I'm a one-man band. Decrease in size. Decreased in size. Past tense as the moon. How about waned? More blue. More blue. It is... sappier. I don't know. Chaotic fight. I also don't know. Snooze fest. Total snooze fest. It was a... I don't know. Show in which John Hamm had his breakout role. Is that Mad Men? Respected veteran in slang. Oh, old head. I used that phrase just yesterday to describe somebody. Oh, yeah, he's an old head. Gain back as trust. Oh, great. Re-earn. Spooky. Eerie. Okay, we're off. We're off by a little bit, so let's see what we missed by going this way. Pad thai. I agree with that one. Singing candlestick. I hope I spelled it right. Lumiere. One-man band. Decreased in size. Waned as the moon. More blue. Okay, that is not correct. Okay, so this is melee. More blue. Sadder? What am I getting wrong here? No, that's not right. Oh, a bore. Oh, it's not nap time. It's not nap time. It's bedtime. Bedtime. Okay, so I just had to drain this one. It was not nap time, it was bedtime. I did get time correct though. That's funny. That is something you would negotiate with a small child. I love that new meme. They're mostly attributing it to like Donald Trump, but it's like a little kid that points over at something and the mom goes, "No." She goes, "Ah," having a fit. That one's pretty funny. "Can I have Greenland?" "Nah." "No, you can't have Greenland." Ah, and the little baby cries. It's so funny. Snow day vehicle. Oh, we were correct about this one. Snow day vehicle, a plow. Steam room alternative, a sauna. Show on which John Hamm had his breakout role called Mad Men. I could be wrong. Did Mad Men come first? I thought his breakout role was in Baby Driver. That was a fantastic one. Subject of negotiations with a 3-year-old, bedtime. That was our negotiation that happened just last night. There were two kids. One really wanted to go to bed, and the others just wanted to stay up and talk and just hang out with each other. And they were all like, "Go to the other room." There was one room that like everyone was dead asleep. My son was in there. He was dead asleep. He kept to a pretty good bedtime after he went to sleep. But yeah, they were like, "Go to bed. Just go in the other room." He's like, "I don't want to go to bed. I want to." And he was even considering like tattling on the other kids. Like, "No, dude, just go to bed. Just go in the other room. They're going to do what they do. Leave them alone." Respected veteran in slang, old head. I forget who I called an old head yesterday. I was talking with somebody, one of the younger kids. Actually, funny story, one of the kids I had in my class previously. And I forget who I was calling an old head. I forget now. I don't know. It'll come to me. Once we stop, I'm sure we'll remember. Changing. Oh, I see. Changing letters to make a boy's name. That's interesting. Let's see. To gain back as trust. To re-earn. To re-earn trust. Ooh, spooky. It's eerie. Noodle dish garnished with lime wedges and crushed peanuts. Oh, and cilantro. I love cilantro. Pad Thai. Singing Candlestick and Beauty and the Beast. Oh, good. I did spell it correctly. Lumiere. Lumiere. Cogsworth and Lumiere. One-man band. Watch some of my videos of me playing different instruments, and you'll see I'm also a one-man band. Decreased in size. Waned as the moon. Waxed and waned. More blue. Sadder. Oh, that's so sad. Chaotic fight, a melee. And then a total snooze fest, a bore. Bore. Sounds boring to me. Oh, I didn't push the button for our little, what do you call it? The graphic. Want the graphic to look good every time. There we go. All right, Wordle. 3-day streak. Sadly, we missed our streak. It was started with an S. It was Sully. Sully. We missed our streak on Sully. Darn it. I had Bully and Fully and Dully or something. Yeah, I think that was what it was. But I did not get it correct. Trying to think of what to start with. All right. In honor of this fun kind of mischief weekend that I went on with my son and a bunch of his friends this weekend, let's start with cabin. We were in a cabin in the woods. Wow. Okay, it's a C word. Could be C-I. Could also be CH. Let's try the CI. Cider. That's a word. Okay, that's not where the I goes. So what if it was CH? CHI. Chimp. Okay, it's not CH, but we know where the I goes now. See something. Could it be another vowel? Or another consonant? CL? We haven't done CL yet. Cliff. Click. Cling. No, we already guessed the N. Oh, there's a naughty word available. That's kind of fun. Let's try clicks. Click. See what happens. Okay, it is not click. CLI. Cling. Cly. Cliff. I got it. I don't like that I had to wait that long, but I got it. Those double letters really screw me up. I don't know about you guys, but the double letters really goof me up. It's the one that I wait until last, and then finally I get to the end. I'm like, what if it's not that? Then I just goofed myself up, you know? I don't know. Cabin, and that gave us the C. Lucky gave us the C at the beginning, and then I, somewhere, in honor of this fun cabining trip we went on. It was not camping. You know, it'd be minus below 4 bazillion degrees below zero had I gone camping. But we were in a very posh accommodation and had a blast. It was so fun. So fun. Just being together with other dads and being together with, you know, a bunch of my son's friends. And it's funny because, you know, I teach and I live very close. So the kids in my neighborhood go to my school, and some of them have taken my classes, and it's fun to kind of see them out of that element. You know, it's like, oh, I have to do good in Miller's class. Yeah, but here it's like I have to beat Miller playing pool. You know, like it's totally different. So it's really fun, and I'm very personable. You know, I'm not that like staunch, you know, grumpy teacher or something. I'm willing to be approachable with the kids. So I don't know what's stopping you. You feel like an old head in what? Tyson, what do you feel like an old head in? Just being old? You are old. Yeah, so cabin and then cider. I'm trying to place the I, right? And then chimp. No, at least we found out where the I goes. And then I tried click, doubling the C. And I tried cliff, doubling an F, which was a little bit risky, but luckily that was actually what it was. So, yeah, so we're doing okay there. Awesome. Let's see. In the Strands puzzle today, isn't that fun? Look at this. We got a 200-day streak yesterday. We're keeping it alive. Which means we have been playing the Strands puzzle for a significant amount of time, almost a full year. I'd have to check my numbers again, but I'm pretty sure that if it's not a full year yet, let's see, it's January 24th. I think we started doing this in I want to say February of last year. Am I wrong? I'm going to have to check my notes because I keep kind of a spreadsheet of what's happened each day. You know, some of you guys are in there. I've talked about you before. Not behind your back, not bad things, all good things. But, like, you know, how many watch hours I get in one day, or how many, like, viewers came in, that sort of thing. And I keep just kind of copious notes about it so I can see my progress. And I believe I started in February. I'm going to have to, like, pin that down so I know for sure, though. But we're doing okay in Strands. Look at this. 200 days. That's amazing. Today we'll make 201. Well, yeah. Wasn't it in February? I think it was. And they were vertical, and they were not as good as what we do now. It was definitely a work in progress. It's still a work in progress. It's, you know, there's things I learn every single day. Every single day with you guys, I learn new things. All right, a work of art. Maybe this is about art. Maybe this is about working. Maybe, I don't know. I see painting. P-A-I-N-T-I-N-G. Painting. Possibly part of a spangram? Painting what? Painting techniques? Painting... This looks like illustration. I don't know. Boat. Fight? Why do I see the word fight in there? Sight? Is this the spangram? Painting? Huh. I don't know what they're getting at there. Two plus 2 equals 2d2. What? Boating? Boating. A work of art. Like you paint your boat? Well, if that's it, then you paint your house too. Where's house? House. I don't even see house. You paint your living room. I don't know. Paint your car. You can't do 3-letter words here. A work of art. But it's not a boat. Noun. It is boating. I guess boating's also a noun. But like the act of boating. A work of art. You lost me. You lost me. Why is party in there? Boating? Party? Fight? Marry? What? What? I am not getting this. What? These are random words. These are just random words. Water, boating, party. I just got the spangram, and I'm more confused than ever. I just got the spangram, and I am more confused than ever. A work of art. You're telling me that there is a painting of just water. Paint the canvas blue. You got water. There it is. What are you talking about? A painting, famous painting of a party? There's a famous painting of Pythagoras at the... A work of art. Famous painting of boating. Oh, I'm starting to get a cramp in my leg. Silliness. I don't know. 4 out of 7. I'm going to sit like this so I can rest my leg. Another thing that happened, so I think I told you we went ice fishing as part of this. You just kind of like bore a hole through the ice, and then you can... Sorry, I'm like trying to adjust myself in my seat because I can feel a cramp coming. So you stand on the ice, and the ice on top of the pond is probably like 6 inches deep, right? It's very, very deep. And one of them had a little bit of ice that was like on a slant, on an angle. I thought it was straight up and down, but it was slightly angled. And so the next thing I know, I am end over, and I am not vertical anymore, and I landed on my tailbone. I mean, like the full force weight of my body landed on my tailbone. And so part of the reason I want to go lay down after this is because my tailbone is killing me. It's not sprained or broken or anything, but just like, oh, I needed a minute. The kids around me were like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, just give me a minute." And so I'm sore in lots of different places, including in just kind of like, I can feel it pulling right now. I'm going to have to take a break for a sec because my hamstring is pulling. Okay, Starry Night. What? Did I spell it wrong? Starry Night. Starry. Hello. Nope, there's no F in night. Starry Night. And lilies. Okay, interesting. We may have to look some of those up. Okay, a work of art. Famous painting. Starry Night. Lilies. A party. Water lilies. Boating party. Okay, let me look those up. If I can spell. Luncheon of the boating party. Oh, I have seen that one. With the baby and the dad is like rowing. Okay, and then Starry Night. I think you all know Starry Night. What's water lilies? It's a Monet painting. I mean, it's beautiful. It's pretty. Looks like it's been redone and redone and redone over and over by different painters. Water lilies. There we go. Claude Monet. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not making this up. I am going to have to take a break and like lay on the floor for a sec because my leg is cramping like crazy. I will be right back before we do the letterbox. Sorry. Okay, we're back. It's better than it was. It's better than it was. I still feel it, but I don't want to waste your time here, and so I'm gonna fight through the pain. I did a couple of really good like stretches back and forth. I did that one where you're like, imagine you're a runner at the starting gate, and you kind of like lean like you're about to run, I did one of those, a couple of those. That felt really good. But I am going to have to get very creative on the way I position myself right now. What is that? I might put my foot on top of something right now. my leg is not cooperating. Okay, so we got the strands, and now we are moving on to letterbox. There we go. Okay. Fighting through the pain. Fighting through the pain. All right. It's trying to solve in 6 today. M, K, and P. We got Z, E, T, U, N, and I. A, C, and H. So I wonder if the pain in my leg right now... Ooh, it's starting to go away. Maybe. This is different. It's different now. It could partially be as a result of the ride that we went on, because it's very bumpy on a four-wheeler. If you've ever done that on an ATV, all-terrain vehicle, it was a rough ride. Oh, that's a better position. I'm gonna sit kind of sideways. I'll sit a little side saddle, just to entertain you. How you doing? Hi. But it did rough me up just a little bit. So. To be on that, because we were on there for quite a while, and it was kind of jerking us around a little bit. So maybe I'll just sit sideways like this while I experience my cramp. Usually cramps go away pretty easy, but this one is just lingering. Maybe I need more magnesium in my life. Okay, trying to solve in 6 words. We got an M, a K, and a P. Z, E, T, U, N, I, A, C, and H. So we could do CK words. You've got to figure out a Z word, something with Z. Every once in a while you get a pain that shoots down your leg, laying or sitting. I hate that feeling. That is the worst. That is a really terrible feeling. See, we can't do CH words. Can't do AC. Darn it, we can't do AC words. Is there an R? There's no R. There's no S. Oh, that is a good word. M-A-I-Z. No, we can't do Z-E. Mais. I can't do C-H words, darn it. Like pitch, pitchfork, pitch. Pizza. Not pizza, pizza. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, help me out, you guys. We need to get this done quick because my leg hurts. Okay, you work on a Z word. SG, you work on a Z word. Yeah, I might have to do this standing up tomorrow. Saddle sore. Saddle sore. Oh, lifting my foot. Holy cow. When I take my ankle up like this, it just shoots right up my leg. Yazap? No. Zap. Okay, so we start with zap. Z-A-P, zippy zap. And then I readjust in my chair because my leg is killing me. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's shooting right up my leg. Hurry, guys. We need answers. Pick up. Pick up. And then what? Pith. Come on. There you go. Mathematic. M-A-T-H-E-M-A-T-I-C. Holy smokes. Mathematic. How do we get over to the M? Okay. Hem. All that just for the N? No. Mathematic doesn't have an N in it. Just whatever, man. There we go. Boom. Done. Hemi. Oh, this is... I feel like I'm on Hot Ones. You know, on Hot Ones where they have an interview that you try to keep on an interview while you're eating like increasingly spicier and spicier wings. And you have to just keep the conversation going. Right now, I am in the middle of a leg cramp because of falling on the ice and riding on my four-wheeler excursion where the brakes were on. And as a result, I am in the process of dealing with this leg cramp in my right, under, I guess it's your hamstring right there. Oh my gosh. All right. Zap, pickup, pith, hem, man. How did they solve it yesterday? It was frequently and yikes. I love that word, yikes. All right. And we solved it in who knows how many, couple of words. It was definitely not 2 words, I'll tell you that. And we are going to recap our answers. We first started with the connections, and then we went to mini crossword, and then we went to Wordle, and then we went to Strands, and then we went to letterboxed. And if you like what you see, including me in pain as I am right now, then give this video a like, smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe because we do this every day, including when I just got home from this Fathers and Sons camp out, because I love you guys and I want you to see me succeed and be in pain. All of the things. We want to see all the things. All of the things. And isn't it funny, like when you get a cramp like that, like suddenly it'll go away, you know? Like it's feeling better, a little bit better, but I feel like if I'm sitting in the wrong position, suddenly it'll just like kick back on again, you know? Don't you hate it when that happens? All right, so we're just going to recap our answers real quick, and then I'm going to go lay down. Or maybe stretch. Maybe that's what I need. Great idea. Drink some pickle juice. Yeah, I think that's what the Philadelphia Eagles did under Andy Reid. One of their secrets to staying hydrated was to drink pickle juice. I did have pickles on a sandwich today, right before we kind of cleaned up and like made sure all our bedding was clean and stuff. We had some sandwiches and there was some pickles, and I put pickles on my sandwich because I love pickles. I love me some pickles. All right. In connections today, we did it in intended connections rainbow order. I don't know if that's... we have done that quite a bit lately, haven't we? Gear for a boxer in the yellow category. Gloves, mouthguard, robe for when you first get into the ring, and shorts. Championship, you win the award, the crown, the cup, and the title. Blue category, kinds of necklines. Boat neck, which is like a very high neck. Crew neck, halter neck, and scoop. And then the purple category was snow blank, snow cone, snow globe, snow leopard, and snow pea. I hear of sports teams that give their players pickle juice when they get cramps. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I will. We do have some pickles in the fridge, so I'll take a good swig of that. I'll pair it with one of your peanut butter and salsa sandwiches. I hear those help too. I've never heard that. I've never heard that, Tyson, but I'll play along. Snow day vehicle, a plow. Steam room alternative, a sauna. Show on which John Hamm had his breakout role, Mad Men. Let me check something real quick. I did a little experiment today. Am I still focusing? No, I'm not. Interesting. Okay, well, I don't know why it's doing that. It's... I did an experiment where my Mac automatically does a do not disturb kind of thing. But for some reason, it is not currently functioning. So I'm wondering what in the world's going on. Huh. I don't know. Okay, show on which John Hamm had his breakout role, Mad Men. He was great in Baby Driver. It's a great movie. Subject of negotiations with a 3-year-old, bedtime. Respected veteran. Call them an old head. I called somebody an old head just yesterday. I forget why, though. Gain back. Re-earn as your trust. Re-earn your trust. Spooky. Ooh, it's a spooky. Eerie. Noodle dish garnished with lime wedges and crushed peanuts and cilantro. Don't forget the cilantro. Pad Thai. So good. Singing candlestick in Beauty and the Beast. Lumiere. Actually, they don't call it... They call it coriander. Garnish with some coriander. Right? That is absolutely a... that's funny. It makes it more authentic somehow. Lumiere, I'm glad I spelled that correctly. One-man band. Very often I feel like a one-man band. Decreased in size as the moon waned. More blue, sadder. Chaotic fight, a melee. Some of the best Smash Bros. Has happened in Melee. That's what was that, the third installation? I think maybe it was the second installation of Smash Bros. First was Smash 64, and then Smash Melee, and then Brawl, and then Smash 4, but we don't talk about that one. And then they came out with Smash Ultimate, and it's been Smash Ultimate, like tournament level fighting for, oh my gosh, probably more than a decade now. It's been out for a long time. Melee. And then a total snooze fest is a bore. I cannot tell you a second where I was bored this weekend. We came home absolutely exhausted. Everyone in our car was just like, yep, we're going to crash when we get home. We're all taking naps. Well-earned naps. If you weren't... and laser tag. I forgot to tell you, this morning we woke up, had breakfast, and then everyone got out late. They had like a set of like 20 laser tag guns, and I think there were probably about 12 of us, and you can choose your teams, right? You've got a chest pack and a gun, and you can say, oh, I want to set it to, the green team, or you two are on the red team, and you're on the yellow team, and you can set it to different teams. So it could be a 2-on-2, or like one team versus another, or like an absolute melee where every person is a different color practically, or like two people on a team. It was a blast. Maybe that's also why I had to experience the stress, the strain of this. It's gone away now. I've been sitting here for quite a while. It's gone away. You know how your muscle just like super tightens up. It's like super super tight. It's not. It's loose now. The muscle under my leg, the hamstring, is loosened up again now. That was a crazy experience. Right on the middle of a live stream. I have a Charley horse. So we started with the word cabin in honor of the... I say the word cabin loosely. It was a very, very posh arrangement. It was not camping by any means. I said cabin. And then cider. We did not have cider. We did have chocolate milk. There was a lot of chocolate milk involved. And oh my gosh, a lot of soda. You should see. There were probably, 12 to... No, there were more than that. I think 15 boys, 14 boys, something like that. And, oh man. And they're all hopped up on Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper, and oh my goodness. It was pretty insane. It was pretty insane. Not cider, though. And then, and there was like a candy bar too, like how you have like a wet bar and you can pick drinks or whatever. There was also a bar, a table, a built-in table where you could pick up, everything from crackers and beef jerky to gummy bears and candy, Reese's and Kit Kats and all this kind of stuff. And we absolutely just... did I go crazy? No. Did I have a good time? Was I always munching on something? Yes. So could I have done better? Probably. Maybe I'll have to just, take a break for a little while. Did I have Mike's Hard Lemonade? No, Tyson. I'm not that kind of guy. Jeez. I did enjoy a couple of chocolate milks. I had a couple of... I love Dr. Pepper. I love that kind of, cherry, almost herbal kind of... I love that flavor. I don't like cola, right? Just like a Diet Coke. I'm not all about that. I don't like diet sodas anyway. That artificial sweet. Yuck. No, thank you. But I did definitely have a couple of Dr. Peppers. I had one Mountain Dew. It was late at night, and I wanted to stay awake so I could play this jam, the jazz jam session. On the back of a guitar, I played a guitar as if it was a set of bongos. Well, I saw that one of the guys recorded it, so I'll need to get the video footage from him. It was very fun. They took photos and all kinds of fun stuff. We had, of course, you can't have a cabin experience with young boys, with teenage boys, without a bonfire, too. So pretty late at night. This was before we even dove into the pool, because I remember we showered and then I didn't smell like smoke anymore. But we got all dressed up very, for super, super cold weather. And then the boys learned how to make a fire. You start with the small stuff, the kindling and you grow it into bigger logs and, that sort of thing. And then we had a raging fire going for a while. And then, it started to die out and some people wanted to go back inside and do whatever. And so we ended up with a pretty decent fire that kids built, right? Of course, with adult supervision, Oh, you're so funny. You drank 6 cans in 3 hours. Oh boy, Tyson. Tyson, I need to tell you something. I don't want to be the one that tells you, though. Oh, he's so hopped up he can't spell alcohol right. That's funny. Anyway, we said cliff at the end. I was playing around with where the I went, and I finally went right in the middle. And then L, and then I tried click, but it wasn't click, so cliff. I did the double F. The double F. All right, I had to look these up. These are maybe I'm waning on my art history knowledge, but I could not remember. I saw boating and I was like, what does boating have anything to do with any of this? No, boating party. And then there's another painting that's water lilies, a very, very famous one, Claude Monet. And then Starry Night. I think you've all seen Starry Night before. I'm going to pull up Starry Night so you know. There's a Van Gogh painting. Let me show just an image of it. There we go. I guarantee you've seen Starry Night before. This one, right? Oh, somebody's selling it on Etsy. There you go. Oh, it's cross stitch. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, there's lots of like iterations of it. This is the most, this is the actual painting. But that's Starry Night. I would assume that the Monet of Water Lilies is this massive one. Look how huge that is. I mean, it's like 40 feet. No, not 40 feet. That's probably about 30 feet long. 25 feet long or so. That's impressive. And then this one that I bet you've seen before. There it goes. Of the boating party. Now, who painted the boating party? Is this also Monet? Pierre somebody. Luncheon of the boating party? No. By Mary somebody. Mary Cassatt? Mary Cassatt, the boating party. Huh. Well, all right. Very good. A work of art. In fact, 3 works of art. And then we also had, in the Wordle today, we did it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. A couple of small words at the end. We were in the heat of my I keep wanting to say the word in Portuguese. It's called cãibra, like Charley horse, right? A bad cramp, like a leg cramp. You wake up in the middle of the night. I used to get them all the time when I was a teenager. Oh, and I would howl and scream. It would hurt so bad in the middle of the night. Just wake up, and my mom would come rushing in. Is everything okay? I'm having another one. Mom, do you remember that? If you're watching, golly, that was a time. So for me to have a leg cramp in the middle of a live stream is just funny. It's just funny. I love that. It's fitting. Very. Tyson is getting progressively worse and worse at spelling now. Don't drink alcohol, Tyson. Go to bed early. Oh boy. All right, so I started with zap and then pick up, pith, hem, man. These are all pretty fairly decent letters, but the combination of letters made it a little tricky to have, the CH on the same side, the AC, right? Packet or something, AC, and the ET on the same side. Made it tricky. Definitely made it tricky. Well, I hope you guys have a starry night. Maybe go look at some water lilies or even go boating. It's a little too cold to go boating right now, but if you do have a chance to, hopefully when it melts, everything gets warm again. The whole country, a lot of parts in the world right now are just blanketed with snow right now. Sadly, we don't have very much where I am, so a little sad, but it was enough snow that we could do like avalanche beacon training, and the kids learned how to like find a beacon. If your friend, you're out backcountry skiing or something and you lose your friend, you can find out how to, dig them out with the beacon. You have a beacon, they have a beacon, and you can find out where each other is. It's pretty cool. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. It's good to be home. I think all of us need a well-deserved shower, and I need to go lay down, definitely stretch some. I'm going to do some like runner's stretches, where you're like leaned over on your leg. I think that would do me really well for this hamstring thing. And of course, Tyson, thanks for the opportunity. I am going to drink pickle juice. You're right. I do need some of that. So, all right. Thanks for a great stream, you guys. I will catch you on the next one. See ya.